Hi, I'm Grizzard in Austin, Texas. Eldon Shamblin's guitar accompaniment to Bob Wills' fiddle on the introduction to Faded Love is one of the iconic guitar parts in classic Western swing. There aren't that many, frankly, but this certainly is one of them. What I'm going to do is show you that classic Eldon Shamblin introduction. I'm then going to do a couple of more verses, one in the key of D and then one in the key of A, to demonstrate some of the go-to chords that Eldon would use in his style and talk about those a little bit. So let's look at what Eldon is doing here. He's starting off with a D, in the bass. That's that same chord form as a C chord if you refingered it and moved it up 2 frets, so you could leave your index finger free to get that A note there on the G string. F sharp minor 7th with the C sharp in the bass. Really just kind of a good substitute for a D major 7th is really what that is. D 7th with a C in the bass. This is one of Eldon's favorite chords. He used it in lots and lots of places. It's really just these 3 notes, the D, G, and B string notes off that D chord. You got to get this C note here in the bottom, and I can't do it like that or get my finger under it, so you got to reshuffle it and play it like that there. So we've got then a very nice substitute for a D 7th chord here, F sharp 7th augmented. Just a, like think of an F 7th chord, skipping the A string. Then we've got a G with the D in the bass, then a G augmented, not used as a dominant type chord here, but used as a passing chord. This is these notes from a D chord, from a G chord, the middle 4 strings there, and you want to move these 2 notes, these 2 Ds, up a half step. That's the augmented 5th in the G augmented, and so E minor, F sharp diminished, D, there with the F sharp in the bass, just these 3 notes off a D chord with that F sharp there, our F sharp minor 7th chord again, D6, with the A in the root, E minor 7th, although he played plain old E minor a lot there too also. And this is a E minor 7th chord with the 7, D in the bass. And what it is just like a G 6th chord. Those 2 notes there, plus that D down there in the bass, and he fingers that G note there on the top, and so calling it out, you've got the 7th here on the bottom, D, you've got the B, the 5th of the chord, E, the root of the chord, and the G note here on the E string, the 3rd of the chord. And frankly, I don't hear that high E string, the G note, being played very often. I've gone wondering sometimes if he is really playing both those notes, both the D and the G there. He could finger two notes with one fingertip and would do that often, but I've listened to it again and again and watched it, and I think he's not playing the G. You could play that if you wanted instead. So E minor 7th, E minor 7th with the D in the bass, A 9th, A 7th. Repeats the thing again. B minor, D, F sharp minor 7th, D 7th with that C in the bass, same thing, F sharp 7th augmented, G with D in the bass, G diminished with the D sharp in the bass, E minor, F diminished, D with the F sharp in the bass, B minor 7th, and Eldon in later years at any rate would play that E minor 9th, A 13th flat 9th, and D6 to end it up. You wondered if when he first started playing this in the 30s or the 40s, if he really was playing those more modern sounding chords. You need to play some sort of A 7th type chord there. And so that is the classic version.